WandaVision. After 1.5 years without Marvel Studios content, the superhero brand comes out with its most non-MCU project ever. And does it suffer under the weight of such a responsibility, or is it a perfect good breath of fresh air? I was so curious of how this show was gonna turn out, and we got 2 episodes this week. Hi fellow Disney Plus watchers, this is Thoughts After a Disney Plus Watch, where we review everything new Disney Plus coming out, and I'm glad you're watching. So WandaVision is essentially a series about 2 characters from the Avengers team, Wanda Maximoff and Vision, played by Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. The basic idea of this series is that it moves through different realities that Wanda and Vision are put in, or are creating, or... yeah, it's not yet possible to pinpoint the exact premise. It's a bit of a mystery. The format of the show is essentially a display of different types of sitcoms shrouded in one giant mystery, as I said, and blended with humorous settings and situations. I won't reveal any more, of course, because it's good to know as little as possible. Maybe if you're a comic reader, maybe then you'll manage to see where this is heading, but I don't read a lot of comics, so I don't. Yeah, well, I recently started getting into Star Wars comics, and I must say it's pretty awesome to get into, but going on topic again. I will give a few spoilery thoughts later on, but I will exaggerate my warnings and raise all the flags when that comes up, so don't worry, you're totally safe here. and that came out creepy, I'm sorry. Okay, WandaVision is, so far, great. It absolutely works. The first 2 episodes are in black and white, 4:3 old television format, and not without reason. The episodes go full classic 50s, 60s, and I mean creator Jack Scaver and director Matt Shakman really went for it. I was expecting a show with homages to sitcom history, but this is just a full-on 50s sitcom in every sense of the word. The black and white square frame, the sound, yeah, even the dialogue sounded a little bit out of older microphones. Subtle, but I believe it's there. The laugh tracks, it was recorded with a live studio audience. The way of delivering lines and expressive acting, I mean, I felt like I was sitting in a theater watching performers, because this kind of acting is unheard of in this day and age. Now, for the mystery aspect, it's stunning and leaves you wanting more. I cannot even imagine what's really going on, and the parts of the episodes that are really mysterious feel very random at first, but they carry a story with them. It's a big story. It's very intriguing, but you know, it could still be random. Some things could still be random. It could be anything at this point. The actors do a really good job here. As I said before, Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, Catherine Hahn, they're all playing their parts with energy, with a giddy fun. You can really tell how fun it must have been to make this show. And of course, this really playful sitcom-style acting is sometimes completely dropped whenever there is another reality breaking into the consciousness of one of the characters. Or, I'm not sure, I'm not saying that right, I think, but I'm just careful with spoilers right now, and I think that's an exciting description. To summarize my impressions of this show so far, I guess it's quite wonderful. The potential this show has is really something. The humor, tone, and style is literally, sorry, I had to, literally pulled out of a 50s sitcom. I see some people saying that it is a parody of this time period's comedy, but that's not my interpretation really. The show is taking its format very seriously, I think. So far, I can't pinpoint something that I would consider a negative, only the fact that this show won't be for everyone, and also the story progresses really slowly. It's a slow burner, you can say. I found myself a bit impatient, eagerly wanting more, but that's a good feeling, so I don't see that as a sin. The story got me hooked, so I suggest you check it out. And now for some spoilers. I do want to talk about some dropped hints and things that stood out to me. You have been warned. Red flags, spoilers, spoilers, spoilers in 1, 2, 3, here we go. I'm not doing a full breakdown of the plot of the episodes. I just want to talk about the mysteries going on, so I know that a lot of Marvel geeks are getting even more out of it because of a logo here and a voice there. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Marvel fan. I've seen all of the MCU, of course, but I'm not good at keeping up with all the lore from the comics or keeping up with pieces of plot from 10 movies ago. So some details involving Hydra, Strucker, or those kinds of trivia, I don't remember all the details from the movies. And you know what? I will keep myself in the dark a little bit, just so I can be surprised. I want to be surprised coming into further episodes. So I will talk about clues and mysteries just a little bit more naive than you would get from lore and theory-driven channels. But, you know, that's the beauty of being able to subscribe to multiple YouTube accounts, isn't it? Can we talk about the fact that Wanda and Vision don't even know what is really happening? And that some supporting characters, such as Catherine Hahn's character, seem to distract Wanda and Vision from finding out? At least that's what seems to be happening, I think. Parts of what is going on is a creation of Wanda, because this seems to be the life she idolizes. But on the other hand, she doesn't know the context of the situation. I mean, the best display of this is, of course, that scene where she asks herself, where is this heart coming from? What day is this? This show is giving mixed signals purposefully, I think. Because Wanda is creating parts of it, but doesn't know all the context. She can't be creating all of it for herself, because that way she would know everything. So, but then the voice from the radio. Who's doing this to you, Wanda? Part of it must be a simulation, but created by whom, and most importantly, why? It's very interesting. I don't know who the voice is, by the way. I came across a few suggestions on the internet, but I choose to distance myself from it. I rather want to be surprised later on. Also, some signals point to a calculated, almost computer-generated virtual reality. The best example of this is that the baby in Wanda's belly is immediately there, just suddenly present. At the end of episode 2, Vision just points out, hey, you got something there, and there it is. It feels very programmed in, and the end credits do seem to suggest that there is a programmed virtual reality. Along with the mysterious new theme from Christoph Beck, the credits may be revealing more than we realize. Okay, to close this thing off here, what do you think about these episodes, and which episodes did you prefer? Personally, I liked the story with Mr. Hart at the dinner table more, but the mysteries in episode 2 hooked me to a greater degree. In general, I believe episode 1 is my favorite of the two. I'm answering my own question here. What did you think? Let me know, and I can't wait to dive in episode 3 next week. And for now, have a wonderful day and see ya.